Welcome to the Azores and the beautiful island of Sao Miguel. While I'm here, I'll be taking you to 2 of the 9 islands where we'll be exploring one of the World Heritage Sites, hiking Portugal's tallest peak, and exploring some of the rich volcanic history this island chain has. The Azores offer a huge selection of eco and adventure tourism, with a mixture of lush green hills, beautiful coastline, and a natural landscape created by its volcanic past. Today we'll be taking a tour of the island to see some of the most popular hot springs and some of this beautiful landscape. I'm standing here at the Furnas Caldiera, one of the most geothermically rich places in all of Europe. And as you can see behind me, there are these big plumes of white, what looks like smoke. They're actually quite stinky. They smell a bit like sulfur. And that's because right down below me and behind me, there are big bubbling ponds of hot water, mud, and sulfur. And these are all coming up from the volcanic origin of this island. This is a place where a lot of people come and try and cure their ailments with the sulfuric waters. And there's also some stews that they cook, which is a traditional dish here in the Azores. So we're going to check both of those things out right after this. So they say that drinking from this mineral water can cure many, many ailments, including asthma and a whole list of other things. Interesting. Actually, it tastes kind of like Perrier, quite refreshing, a little bit stinky smelling, but pretty good. I am at the calderas of Lagoa de Furnas, or Furnas Lake, and it is here that the locals cook one of the local Azorean dishes called covidas. This is a stew that is cooked in the hot springs for about 8 hours, and it consists of a mixture of meats and potatoes. If you can see all these little mounds over here, these are actually many of the different restaurants here in Furnas that have put their pots in to cook, and they'll come back later this afternoon before their dinner rush comes to extract them and serve hungry customers. This is Pico de Ferro, an amazing viewpoint where you can see where we just came from down at Furnas Lake. I finally made it out of the clouds for a few moments and have found this nice viewpoint that overlooks the Atlantic. It's absolutely gorgeous, and this is an amazing island. The weather is not always perfect, as it's not anywhere. But one of the things that is so unique about this island and so different than Madeira Island is just how green it is. It's a lot less mountainous, it's more like green rolling hills, and there's a huge amount of farmland here. 600 years ago, when the Portuguese came, one of the first things they did was bring livestock over here. And you can see that in all of the plains and fields around here. There's lots of cows, there's lots of beautiful stone walls that separate everyone's property. And it's just really pretty, even without going into the mountains and seeing the calderas. So I'm gonna keep on exploring and stare at this view for a little while. The sun is finally coming out here, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm finally getting to see some of these beautiful calderas, which is one of the main reasons people come here to the Azores, is to see these amazing geologic formations and the remnants of all the volcanic history that has taken place here. There's actually been over 28 volcanic eruptions on these islands since it was discovered 600 years ago, and most of those have been under the ocean, so no need to worry if you're coming here on vacation. At first glance, these might look like mountains, but they are actually giant volcanic craters that today make up most of the island's lakes. Look at this gorgeous island. This is Ilha de Vila, and I'm right off the coast here of Vila Franca de Campo on the southeastern side of the island. This cute little island here in the summertime hosts a lot of cliff diving competitions, and there is a cliff on the other side there that's 23 meters high that they use to jump off of. And there's not boats this time of year, unfortunately, otherwise you might see me jumping off, but until then we'll just have to be mesmerized with this amazing view. Lots of cows here. Hi, buddy. They're going faster than me. I just arrived at a place called Caldiera Velha, and I'm just getting ready before I head out. The area around here at Caldiera Velha is actually protected by the government here for all the amazing plant life. So there is a $2 entry fee, or €2 rather, and there's even places to change when you get down to the hot springs, so you don't have to worry about changing your car. So I've just got my suit on here and I'm pretty excited. There's a bubbling pond over there that has boiling water, and it mixes with some cooler river water, so I'm hoping it's the perfect temperature. This hot pool is actually the perfect temperature. It's funny how nature just knows what we like. There are a lot of tourists here today, but the nice thing about that is that most of them aren't even here to go in the hot springs, they're just here to look. So I would suggest bringing your bathing suit and taking a dip in these amazingly perfect temperatures water. And if you get too hot, you can always go in a cold plunge. It's actually not that cold. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. What if you think I'm getting my hair wet? You're crazy. Time for the next adventure. But that was amazing. That's wonderful.